back to my channel. My name is Marissa for those of you new here, and thank you so much for watching. In today's video, this is kind of a spontaneous video, to be honest. I just got my e.l.f. order in and we got all kinds of goodies. Some of these are actually gifts, and a lot of the stuff is actually new products that I've never tried before. I also have the new Fenty Blue. I have the new Fenty Eavesdropper and Smooth Tint Stick. This is their foundation stick. And then I also have a mini of the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Also just some items from my Sephora VIB order that I haven't had a chance to try out. I figured I'm in the mood to put on and test out some makeup. It's later in the evening, so if this goes horribly wrong, I can just wash it off. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me zoom you guys in. Okay, so let's start with the Fenty Eavesdropper and Smooth Tint Stick. I have this in the shade 7. Now, I've never really tried a foundation stick. Here is the packaging. This comes with 0.32 fluid ounces and has a nice little cap on it. I can probably reuse that to keep it kind of fresh. Okay, so here's 7. I'm thinking this might be too yellow because, well, I don't know. When I swatched it on my hand, which I'll do real quick, it seems like, okay, like you can't even see it. And the girl actually matched me, and so this'll be interesting. I've never used a foundation stick before. Well, once I blend it out with my hand, you can't even tell. So this'll be interesting. I'm wondering, I'm gonna try to use a more of like dense packing brush. So this is a BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. And as you can see, it's a lot more dense. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to draw on there. Ooh, it feels really creamy and soft. And actually, this looks like it'll be a good shade. I might have put way too much. Hello, Zeus. Zeus just walked into the room. Okay, that might be too much. But we'll just blend it out and see. Hey, Zeus, stop. It seems like there's quite a decent amount of product in here. So if I don't need a whole lot, then this might be okay. Like I said, I've never used a foundation. Ooh. Maybe this is a good shade match. The other thing too is I actually haven't tried a whole lot of Fenty, if at all. Yeah, I'm trying to think what Fenty products I've tried, and I don't think I've tried any of them, so this is the first go. So far, the shade match I'm not too worried about, so that's good. That's a good sign. I'm a little concerned that it's not really giving a whole lot of coverage. Now, granted, I don't really like full coverage. On camera, it looks like it's covering a lot more. To be honest, I feel like, yes, there is some coverage to it, and I feel like I put on a lot, but like this redness here on my chin, that didn't really get covered. I'm a little concerned. It just seems like it's just sitting on my skin. I'm gonna actually try like layering it, like especially like on my chin. I feel like in my cheek area. Just kind of go all over. It's very creamy, like it's going on really easily. I feel like if I would have to layer it like this to get it the way I want, I feel like I would use that up really, really quickly. Or am I just, or my preferences changing and I'm becoming a full coverage girl? Yeah, I feel like the redness on my chin, it's diluted, but I don't think it's covered. You can still see my freckles, but I don't mind that. I think it just adds to the whole looking more skin-like look. I feel like it's not as blending. Like on camera, I think it's coming off really nicely. I'll definitely have to see in editing if it's really translating from what I'm seeing. There's a little bit of a glow to it, as you can see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, and I hate that I don't know. I usually am pretty decisive when it comes to like, ooh, yes, this is going to be something I like, or no, it's not going to be, for the most part, especially when it comes to like bases. Maybe it's one of those that it just kind of grows with you in a sense. I do think, like, in comparison, the shade is pretty good. I think it's a touch too yellow in my opinion, but I don't think it's bad. Okay, diving into the e.l.f. order, I got the Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener from them, and I got it in the shade Light Medium. Now, I'm not one who typically likes to use color correctors, but with the twins coming, I feel like it might be a good idea, you know, to maybe get in the routine of using them. Yeah, it's the illuminating. No, it's just the color correcting eye brightener. Zeus, go lay down. I have both the dogs in here with me, so go lay down. My husband's not home, so, and Zeus loves him. Like, that is his human. And so when he's not home, he's very, very clingy and very, very concerned. Okay, so I just opened the color corrector. It's definitely very peachy. Looks like the same formula and packaging as the Putty bronzers, Putty blushes. And so I'm just going to go into a concealer brush and just kind of get a little bit and then color correct. As you can see, I have some darkness and see what happens. Oh, wow. I definitely get it really bad, like in that inner portion. Now, I don't expect to be like full coverage, but that toned that down a ton just to see comparison. Like, look how the blue and darkness is peeking through there. And then it's not really peeking. Like, granted, I have some pretty deep eye sockets, so I don't expect it to kind of flatten that. But that corrected a ton. Okay, I'm gonna go on the other side. It's really, really creamy and it's really, really smooth. Again, no surprise, it's very similar to the Putty formula of the bronzer, blush, and blushes, as well as the primer. But that toned down a lot. Like, you can definitely see it is toned down. Wow. Ooh, those are gonna be, oh man, this is gonna be handy when I need a little extra boost. And boy, did I got like, I slept, but I feel like I didn't sleep well last night. And gosh, like the pregnancy insomnia is horrible. I don't know why, but it just is. And so I could honestly like see myself if it's a super light makeup day where if I just need to like run errands and I just want to look a little bit more zhuzhed, but I don't even want to bother like doing a whole face or maybe not even put anything on except for this, I feel like I would look so much better, you know? Like, granted, I know I don't need like makeup to get out the door, but sometimes you feel like, gosh, you need a little boost just to make you feel better, you know? I can totally see myself just putting this on, tone things down. Yeah, that's really cool. You know what was funny is I think when my mom's here next, I'm going to have her try it, and I bet you she's going to like it. I don't know if this will be too dark for her because she is paler than me, but we'll see. All right, for concealer, I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. Funny story with this concealer. I originally bought it and the Sephora VIB sale, and then I tried it out in that testing Sephora video. I was continuing to try it out, put it on, because you know I'm wanting to test everything and to really see what my thoughts are. And I dropped it and it broke, and so I had to go get a new one. So this is the new one. This is in the shade N3 for reference if you're close to me. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. Gosh, you can like almost see like that's just disappeared. And I'm gonna put on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This is just a mini. It caught my eye. I haven't really tried a whole lot of Anastasia products, and so figured why not. Ooh, this is a huge one. Like, look how big that is. That's a huge one. All right, we'll see what happens. Now, I typically like pretty much glued eyebrows. Like, that's why I love the NYX brow glue. The Thick It Stick It. I love the effect of soap brow. So, oh, is there a tint to that? Well, it says it's clear. Maybe my brows are just getting thicker. It feels nice, but I feel like it feels like my brows won't stay. That's what it feels like to me. Like upon like the first application, I'm gonna fill them in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in ash brown. I definitely feel like that brow gel moves, but I'm hoping it kind of settles down and, you know, and just kind of keeps them in place. Yeah, that, I don't know why that came off way more orange and light than it usually does. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to blend in the concealer. I have, like, I've talked about this if you watch my videos, that I have this hyperpigmentation on my upper lip that I always feel like I need to, like, conceal. And that concealer does a really good job of it, but let's see how it lays on top of the color corrector. Okay, so it looks like it's laying okay. As you can see, it's very, very, very hydrating. So we'll have to see how that kind of settles a little bit. But my under eyes look good. Like, you can't see a dark circle at all. It's like I got plenty of uninterrupted sleep, drank all the water in the world. Like, that's what it looks like to me. Okay, so for cream bronzer, I don't have a new one, but I figured I'd just kind of go along with the e.l.f. I would just kind of go along with the mixture of high-end and drugstore, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour, and this is in light medium. I'm just going to put this on real quick. I feel like that's a good combo. Did go a little overboard with the bronzer, but that always happens with me. Okay, so for blush, I did get a second of the e.l.f. Putty Blush brush. I really like this brush, and I noticed that I personally like to keep, I know this seems like excessive, but I like to keep like the pink kind of tonal blushes and like the orange and browns tonal blushes. I try not to use the same brush because I feel like it does affect the color, and so that's why I grabbed this one, because I really like it. It's really soft and it picks up cream product really, really well. As you can see, this one is definitely well loved. If you watch like my like get ready with me's, I feel like you've definitely seen me use this brush, and so wanted to pick up a second one, so I had like kind of one of each. And for blush, I'm going to go into the Merit Flush Balm, and I haven't tried this shade, and it's called Fox. It's this really pretty like brown shade. I know not to just try to draw these on unless it's like no makeup. I have like no foundation underneath, so I'm just going to go in with the brush and just kind of coat the brush and then go in. I personally wish I could draw on the face, but I feel like it picks it up. I mean, I can try it on the other side. It's not a big deal. But I know for sure this way definitely. I know for sure I know for sure this way definitely works. It's really pretty. It's very like natural looking, so I like that. Okay, I will try it on this side. Yeah, I feel like my under eyes look so glowy. Like overall, I feel like my skin just looks so glowy. Yeah, I feel like that's just a really pretty fall color. Very, very neutral undertone. Yeah, I feel like I can wear anything with like this combination. Do you think my brows just look really red? Okay. And there's a nice like glow to it. I don't even feel like I need to... I don't think I need to put any sort of highlight on. Like, it's a lot. Yeah, I really like that shade. I'm glad I got that one. So far, looking good. I'm gonna kind of double check my concealer. It did start to crease a little bit, but I am 30 and I have wrinkles, so I expect it to crease. Okay, for powder, I did get the pointed powder brush from e.l.f. because I was curious if this was pointed enough where I can kind of just go underneath the eyes, but I'm wondering if it's too big, but I figured I'd try it. It's really soft, and as you can see, it's really, really flexible. And so I wanted to see how that looked, because typically I use like huge powder brushes, like this, really big and really domed, where this one is kind of pointed, and I just wanted to see how that looked. All right, so I'm gonna set everything with the Kosas Cloud Set powder. This is in the shade Comfy. I'm gonna start with the under eye and see how that goes and how that picks up. Oof. Makes the pickup very, very powdery. It's a little concerning. Okay, so that's powdered, not powdered. You can see it toned down the glow, but you can still see it. I think it did okay with setting my under eyes. And then my base looks really, really smooth. So I feel like it did its job. I don't know, I feel like it did okay setting my under eye. I think maybe it kind of helps preventing me over powdering the under eye. Like, I feel like it looks okay. Because typically I use this kind of tapered like eyeshadow brush. And I'm just gonna go in with like a little bit right there. But I feel like the glow is like still coming through, especially from the color corrector. I do think I lost some coverage, but I don't think it's bad. It's one of those things is I'm still trying to figure out that Natasha Denona concealer and like my thoughts on it. So, I don't know. I think I'm kind of surprised with how big this is. I thought this would be a little smaller. Just, I don't know. But I definitely think like the coverage definitely was lost. But I don't know. It doesn't look bad, but I just don't think it looks great. Like, I feel like right here you can really see some blueness. That also could be the shadow. When you go this way, it's like not there. It's so interesting. So interesting. Okay, for bronzer, I'm just going to go into the Ulta Beauty bronzer. This is a glowy bronzer, so I don't know how this is going to go. Okay, I didn't grab a powder blush, but that's okay. I feel like that's still peeking through and it's a little subtle. Sometimes I'd go a little overboard with the blush, so this is looking okay. For highlight, I'm going to go into the Essence Pure Nude highlight. I haven't gone into this one in a while. Now, do I think I need more glow? Probably not. Because that Kosas powder is glowy. And then I got the Ulta Beauty Glow. Alright, for eyes, I did grab a couple of things from e.l.f. So I have two things. This one is not a new formula to me, but I got it in a new shade. It's called the No Budge Shadow Stick, and it's in Magnetic Pull. And so, and the other thing I got was their liquid metallic eyeshadow, and this is in Moon. So definitely shades that I feel like I would use on a daily basis. They seem to be like leaning more pink. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's pinkier. And this one, see, I have their one in Champagne Crystal. As you can kind of see, it's definitely pinkier. When I looked on the website, this reminded me of my About Face one in the shade Actual Ambrosia. It was like this cool tone, purpley, silvery eyeshadow. That I use this in my like fall, winter kind of grungy makeup looks. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link that up in the eye and down below. But I use this and it's definitely leaning more purple. And so when I saw this and saw this swatched, it looked identical. Granted, in the packaging now, obviously this one's leaning more purple. But I'm going to swatch the About Face one first. And then I'm going to swatch... Ooh, this one's actually a lot more matte. Interesting. So this one is the e.l.f. one, and then that one is the About Face one. It's a lot more of a like metallic than a shimmer, which is so interesting because it looked like it was so shimmery on. Okay, so that's not a dupe, but that's all right. And then I'll swatch the e.l.f. Liquid Metallic Shadow in Moon. Hey! Why are we barking? Stop. Filming with dogs, right? Okay, so this is definitely pinky. Okay, this is a pinky, pinky, pinky one. All right. Honestly, I kind of want to combine... Like this shade, this I know I'll use all the time every day, just with the color of it. I can just throw this on and be out the door, and it just would be enough. I think what I want to do, which is kind of surprising, and definitely doesn't go with the lip that I had in mind, I'm gonna mix the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick and the About Face one. Just kind of see how that goes. It looks like they can really complement each other. So I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. one first and just kind of outline. Like I kind of just want to go start on the outer corner and just outline. And the good thing is when you first get these are very, very sharp, and they come with a sharpener. Oh wow, it's super light. I don't know if you can see that. It's super, super light. Yeah, that's very, very, very light. Okay, do it same thing or attempt to on the other side. Yeah, it's very, very light. This would have worked in the purple look for sure. I almost don't feel like you can even see the metallic. I mean, can you? I see the color, but I don't see the metallic. So I'm wondering if this is just supposed to be a very, very subtle metallic. Interesting. All right, I'm going to take the About Face and going to go on the inner portion. That's really pretty. It's very gray, very smoky. I feel like if you combine these two for like a really simple, almost casual New Year's look, I mean, I think it could work. I feel like it looks really pretty and really subtle. I'm not one to typically do cool tones except for if I go straight up blue. Definitely gonna go back into the metallic and just kind of get a little bit the color back in. It's so interesting. It's an interesting color, and it's a little bit outside my comfort zone, but I don't hate it. I think it's really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go, just continuing on, I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in Champagne Crystal to highlight the brow bone and inner corner. So one of the reasons why I love like these shadow sticks is because you can make a really, really quick look without a whole lot of blending. Now granted, I'm using very light shades, so there's that. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks really pretty. But that's really pretty. I'm not like, I'm kind of surprised that based off the swatches, it looked like it was going to almost be a dupe for that. But as you can see, it's definitely not. This just shows so shiny. And they complement each other, that's for sure. But I really think that the About Face is definitely a straight up shimmer. And the e.l.f. one is a little bit more, I almost don't want to say metallic. It almost looks matte with like a touch of sheen. I don't know. It's, to me, it's not coming off as like any sort of metallic. Okay, so I'm just gonna spray my face real quick. I'm gonna use the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Let's see how that wears. I feel like that Kosas powder does help a lot of foundations to really smooth out. I don't know if it works well with the Fenty. I just thought maybe the Fenty would have a little more coverage. I mean, it definitely looks like or at least to me, it feels like and looks like I have makeup on, just strictly looking at the foundation portions. But I don't know. It's like some parts look smooth, so it's one of those things. Maybe I don't layer it. I don't know. It's one, and I honestly, I probably, and I'm going to be trying it out with maybe different primers. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, for mascara, I'm going to go into the Essence Double Trouble mascara. Alrighty. I'm going to go into some eyeliner. I'm just going to go into the NYX 2-in-1 liner and lash adhesive, but I'm not going to put on any lashes. So we'll see how this goes. It's in Blackest Black, and I'm just going to line the upper, I'm going to line my lash line. Yeah, I'm not the best at liquid eyeliner. I'm working on it. I'm getting my practice. And then to brighten up the waterline, I'm going to go into the LA Girl Perfect Precision eyeliner in Arctic White. And then I actually have 2 brand new e.l.f. products. I have 2 shades of their Cream Glide on lip liners that are $2. So thank you, e.l.f. for making some really cheap lip liners. I really like wood pencils, and both of these are, because I like the way they feel. I feel like they last a long time, but we will see with these. I have the shade Truth or Bear, which is this peachy pink color, and then I have this shade Spill the Tea, which is a warm brown kind of a color. And then I realized this doesn't really go with the look, but I guess we'll make it work. I grabbed their Glow Reviver lip oil, and I got it in this really bright red delicious shade. I saw this and I was like, I'm wondering if this is one of those where, will the Milani one be better than this, or will this be better than the Milani one? So I was curious about that. Which one do I go in? Okay, I think I'm gonna go into Truth or Bear, which is like a peachy pink, to kind of go with this look, I guess. Let's see. Comes with the little plastic cap. It's already pretty sharp. Let's kind of swatch it. Ooh, yeah, it's a great like everyday. A little bit brighter than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest. Very, very creamy. Like, you can see like it just comes on. So, we'll see how this goes. If it doesn't match, it doesn't match. Ooh, wow. That was very creamy. That was very quick and super creamy. Why is my battery dying? It was just charged. Yeah, that looks super creamy and it looks like a great like everyday, like your lips a better kind of color. That was like really quick too. And it feels really matte. And so I feel like it'll last a long time. So that's a good start. All right, so I'm gonna go into this and see how bright and, you know, opaque this is. Obviously this could go really, really, really wrong. And I haven't heard any reviews on this, so I have no idea how this is. Okay, big fat wand, like the Milani, as well as, from what I understand, the Dior and NYX. Ooh, it's not as pink as and red as I thought it was gonna be. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely not as opaque. Like you really see most of the lip liner color underneath. Feels very, very smooth. I'll definitely have to do like a side-by-side with the Milani one. There's not really a scent to it, which the Milani one does have a scent, so it feels really nice. Definitely has some shine to it. I feel like there's like a, it almost feels like pepperminty, like almost feel like it's plumping, but I don't think it is one of those. I feel like my lips look a little smoother, but it's not like super smooth. You know what I mean? I guess I hope that makes sense. But I think it looks really, good and it feels very comfortable. And it's a nice bottle. So it's not too big. You can fit that in your purse. And I feel like it'll take on any color that you put underneath. So really versatile. I think with these, maybe they're just not as opaque as it seems. I don't know. I'll have to keep testing it out. So maybe it doesn't really matter what color you get out of those. So this is the final look of testing some newer products. I know it's been a lot of testing new makeup recently. I just took advantage of the Sephora VIB sale and I needed to place an e.l.f. order. So I figured I'd pick up some of their newer products that I haven't tried. And I do have a couple of things. Let's see. Actually, I have one more thing that I do need to try, and that is their gua sha. I have not tried gua sha before, so I figured this is the next best thing to try and see how it goes with like lymphatic drainage. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it. So let me zoom you out, and that way we can kind of talk over some of the things that I liked, disliked, need to test out, all that. So let's zoom you out. Okay, so just to start with the Fenty Beauty stick foundation, I really think I need to kind of test out and see like some things underneath it. Overall, I don't think I hate it. And just as my skin is warmed up to it, I think it looks really nice. I also think I think the Kosas powder kind of helped with that. So I'm going to try it with maybe different primers and some different powders on top of it just to see how it goes. I think the shade is a great match. So if you are close to my shade, try a 7. And, you know, it was really easy to use. And I think there's a ton of product in here, so I think I'll get a lot of use out of it. And I don't think it's like too heavy. Like right now I look at it and I'm like, you know what? It's actually not that heavy on my skin. So I will be testing this out some more. The Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener from e.l.f. I think it did a really good job of it. I'm wondering if just the powder and the concealer combination kind of dulled it a little bit, but not enough for me to be like, oh, what is the point of this? I think it did a really good job of canceling out my darkness there. I think I can find a lot of uses for it. I'll have to see how it reacts to other concealers and other powders and just kind of see what combination works for me, or if it works underneath everything. The Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, I think it's settled down and I feel like my brows will move, so I'm not 100% sure if I would like that. I think they look really good right now, but I don't know. They might be okay. It just doesn't feel like they're holding, so that's kind of interesting. So I'll test this out a little bit more, but first impression is I like it. I don't know if I love it. The Merit Flush Balm in Fox, I think I really liked that shade. I think if I layered it with another like more neutral blush, I think it'll help last a lot longer. I think it pulls through the Kosas powder like just enough. I feel like this look kind of entails that. I think the color is really pretty. I want to swatch this and see. Yeah, so the color is really pretty. It's definitely leaning more red, but it is definitely a brown. So I really like these, and I will keep testing those out more and let you know in future speed reviews. I'll do that on everything that I've tried out here. I'm trying to go through and make sure I don't miss anything. The e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in Magnetic Pull. I'm a little disappointed that it's not as like metallic as I thought it was going to be. I thought it would have just a little bit more. To me, it just seems like a purpley matte with like a small sprinkle of it. I also thought it was going to be the dupe for the About Face one. It's not, but I think it really complemented. They really complemented each other really well. I think it created a really cool, nice, wintry, cool toned look where it's not too bold, but I still think it looks really pretty. So I really like this, but a little disappointment that it's not as metallic as I thought it was going to be. The lip liner, I just tried on the Cream Glide lip liner in the shade, where are you? They don't even put the Canyon Contour? No, Truther. It's weird. The shade on here is, it's on this small, tiny plastic cap. It's Truther Bare. I think it was really creamy, but it also settled very matte, and so I think this will be very long lasting. I think that the color is really pretty. I think I would use this color a ton. I'll have to try out their warm brown tone, which is Spill the Tea, and let you know how I like that shade. But in terms of formula, I think this is a fantastic formula. I do like wooden pencils. Some people don't. Me personally, I don't mind. And I honestly like sharpening my pencils over just the retractable. So for $2, I think this is amazing. And then the last thing is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. As you can see, my lips are really shiny. I feel like they're very hydrated. There's not a crazy smell to it, and it's not plumping. I think the color doesn't exactly translate, obviously. And I think this would transform with any lip liner underneath. So, you know, take that with what you will, but this is very, very comfortable. I'm not 100% sure if it beats the Milani or if it beats the Lawless, their plumping one, or some of my other lip oil. What other lip oil? Yeah, that one. I know it beats the ColourPop one, and I haven't tried any of the other high-end ones except for the Lawless. I really like that one. I feel like they're very, 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 very similar, but I can't decide which one's better just yet. So I'll have to do a comparison on those and just get back to you on that. Yeah, that is everything new-ish that I got from e.l.f. as well as some things from Sephora. So I'm really happy with how this look turned out. I hope you did as well. And if you did, I would love if you hit the like button. It really helps me out. And subscribe if you are new here and join the little family that's growing here on YouTube. And of course, follow me over on Instagram. It is at From Hem to Stem for more up-to-date kind of daily things. I'm trying to post more there on there and be a little bit more interactive on stories. So I love you. Follow me over there as well. And yeah, if you are new, hi, welcome. If you are new, I do a ton of makeup videos as well as vlogs, DIYs, sewing projects, house projects. I am currently pregnant with twins, so I'm getting my home ready for that, preparing for them to come next year. So if you are interested in any of that, especially sewing, I'll be doing a ton of sewing coming up, as well as some organization and DIYs. Please subscribe. And yeah, I am gonna go get me a snack and maybe make myself some tea. But I hope you're really enjoying this holiday season, and I believe this video will go up before Thanksgiving. So I hope you have a fabulous Thanksgiving. And yeah, I really appreciate it if you watch all the way to the end. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.